Hey guys, it's Sandro here, and today's video is a review of the all-new Carpro skincare kit. So let's start by going through what the skincare kit is and what's included. Basically, it's a complete car leather cleaning, conditioning and protection kit for seats and really any other leather trims such as dashes, consoles, door cards and so on. It's been adapted to work on a variety of leathers from more raw, heavy grain and textured to more refined, subtle and softer leathers, as well as modern, clear-coated and non-clear-coated varieties. The kit comes with 150 ml of cleanse, which is their leather cleaner. I have tested it and it's a water-based pH neutral formula, which has a little thickness in its consistency to keep it in place while scrubbing, and a mild lathering effect as you work it in with a pleasant but mild scent. Cleanse is used with the included Carpro stamped leather brush that has a rather nice dark wood finish and a very functional wedge design that allows you to access the tighter areas of an interior with ease due to its smart angled design. The brush measures 130 by 36 mm, has natural boar hair bristles with a gentle yet slightly stiff balance as they are placed compactly with shorter strands to enhance the brush's cleaning ability. Carpro's lotion also comes in a 150ml bottle and is both a conditioner and protectant that is once again pH neutral with a slightly thick consistency and low scent. According to the brand, it helps restore and maintain the original natural look and soft, smooth feel of leathers without altering or adding gloss. It has UV inhibitors to prevent premature aging and deterioration and helps protect from sweat, liquids and other light contamination. Lotion is applied with the included microbuff pad, which has the same angled wedge design as the leather brush for easy access in tight areas, and is made up of a dual-sided micro nylon fiber with a foam inner core. It's also worth mentioning that this pad can also be used to clean leathers with cleanse as well as apply the sealant with lotion, and just like the brush, they can also be purchased separately. Additionally, you get one of Carpro's terry weave towels for use while cleaning and a large micro suede towel to level down the lotion. The whole kit comes in at $35 US or 50 Aussie dollars here locally. So that's a quick rundown of the skincare kit. Now let's see it in action. First and foremost, always vacuum and remove any dust or particles prior to any wet cleaning process. I'll start by applying cleanse to both my brush and a section of this seat. Using just light to moderate pressure, I'm basically gently scrubbing the surface in all directions. You can go back and forth, changing directions or in circular motions, either is fine. Just make sure you work methodically and go over each area several times. Once you're done, use a cloth to gather the cleaning residue and lifted grime. A couple of tips I can offer here is that if the leathers you're cleaning are fairly new or just very lightly soiled, you can work larger sections at a time, move more quickly and still obtain a great result. However, if the leathers are heavily soiled and embedded with significant grime, you need to work smaller sections and spend a little more time. And if you don't get it nicely clean on the first go, just repeat the process. What I've also found is that initially Carpro Cleanse has a nice lathering effect, but as it starts mixing with the lifted grime, it then starts to diminish, almost as a sign it's done its job and is ready to be wiped off. You'll also find that the cleaner the leathers are, the longer you see that lathering effect on the surface, while the dirtier they are, the quicker it breaks down, almost giving you a clean sign of how dirty it really is. So there's actually a nice amount of visual feedback that you get. I also have to say that I really like the subtle scent Cleanse gives off, but I can't quite seem to pinpoint it. The best I can do is say it's got kind of a upmarket aroma, but it's certainly not all that strong, and after a day or two it pretty much fades. I think it's more about just adding to the user experience as you apply it. Now, different types of leathers do have varying finishes, but generally speaking, clean and bare leathers should have a matte to satin look, feel soft and smooth but not slippery with just a hint of grip. So if the leather looks shiny and feels slick, it's usually a sign it's not adequately clean. And if you try and seal or protect dirty leathers, you're simply going to degrade the great results you'd otherwise achieve. Now, once you're happy you've obtained a nice cleaning result, which is honestly where the bulk of the work lies, it's then time to apply Carpro's lotion. I recommend starting with a few extra drops to firstly prime the applicator, as it will absorb some of that lotion. But after that, you only really need a small drop or two for every other section moving forward. In essence, all you're doing here is massaging the lotion into the surface, pretty much the same way you'd apply a plastic or trim dressing. What I've learned throughout the years is that when I spend a little extra time working in a dressing, rather than just wiping it in and wiping it off, the result I get is always far superior. So the advice I'd give here is spend that extra time thoroughly massaging it in and then let it sit for a while. Now, what I've noticed about lotion is that after about 10 to 15 minutes, the vast majority of it has been self-absorbed or self-leveled. So all you need to do, just very lightly and quickly, is remove a few high spots of the excess lotion and just even out the finish. So my big tip here is don't wipe it immediately and wipe it off. Give it time while you apply it to the rest of the interior and then come back and just gently level it down. Another tip I'll add is that in really cold environments, maybe you want to push the wipe down time to more like 30 minutes, while in hotter climates, it could be ready to wipe down in a matter of minutes. But as is the case with all car interior cleaning and sealing processes, never do it in direct sunlight or on piping hot surfaces. After that, just give the lotion a little more time to set and cure. At least an hour is my recommendation before use, but if you can give it more time, that's even better. Now, I know it's a little hard to see the results on camera on this red seat, but hopefully you guys can see that apart from removing the obvious grime, the treated side also looks less shiny but darker with more saturation and richness with zero added gloss or greasiness. I can also confirm that the leather feels a little softer and more supple, with just a touch of grip compared to the untreated sections. In a nutshell, it looks and feels closer to factory new leather, and that should really be the goal of any leather cleaners, conditioners, or protection products. Now, other things like how long the finish will last and if it will in fact shield and protect from UV damage, everyday wear, and help with more easily maintaining the treated areas is always something that takes a few months to really assess. All I can do at this stage is assess what I've experienced in terms of using this kit to safely clean and restore the look and feel of leathers, and in that area it really seems to be on point and do what it claims rather well. Now, I've been making these videos for a while now, so I'll try and touch on some other potential questions some of you may have. How do I maintain the leathers moving forward? Regular light cleaning is without a doubt the best thing you can do. This could mean just using a damp, wringed out microfiber cloth to just wipe the surface once a week or as often as you like. You could even spray a few pumps of the cleanse cleaner into that same damp cloth if you need a touch more cleaning ability. I think another great option is using Carpro's Inner QD Quick Detailer to once again just wipe the surface down as often as you like. Can I use it on suede or Alcantara? In my experience, a light and safe cleaner such as Cleanse tends to work great on cut, sanded, and more sensitive leathers. I wouldn't spray it directly on the surface, just directly on my brush or even the micro buff pad, massage it over the suede or Alcantara, and immediately wipe off its residue, maybe even using a damp cloth. So just very light cleaning with minimal product, and don't apply the lotion or any dressing. Just lightly clean those materials regularly and leave it at that. Can it be used on other car materials such as vinyls, hard plastics, or even household furniture and shoes? Basically, absolutely. The thing to appreciate about leathers is that they are very durable yet quite sensitive to aggressive cleaning chemicals. So this kit and its products will tend to be safe on almost any material. It's really more about whether or not a light leather cleaner and protectant will be sufficient to clean and protect other materials just as well. Is it safe to use on a steering wheel? As I've mentioned, this SkinCare kit doesn't seem to leave that undesirable slippery or greasy finish, and I did try it on a steering wheel and it seemed absolutely fine. In fact, the wheel felt even better with a bit more grip. Having said that, use common sense and test the grip and feel before you drive off. Is it safe to use on all leathers, even old and degraded ones? Unfortunately, leathers can get to the state where they are basically coming apart, where even light cleaning will in fact degrade them even further. All I can say is that if something as gentle as Carpro's Cleanse does cause damage, there's a pretty good chance basically any cleaner you use will do the same. Can I use it alongside Sequartz Leather 2.0? Carpro hasn't stated whether they have tested or recommended its use with Sequartz Leather, though I have tested Sequartz Leather topped with Pearl in the past and it worked well. So potentially the lotion in this kit could also be used over Sequartz Leather to maintain it. I'd just be skeptical that Sequartz Leather would sufficiently bond over the lotion, but I could be wrong. Clear-coated leather isn't the same as uncoated leather, so how can this kit treat both? Stats, specs, and brand descriptions and claims are all good and nice, but as many of you may know, it's always first-hand testing that I'm really interested in. I've used this kit on newer, clear-coated, and even older, non-coated leathers, and both seem to respond extremely well with similar cleaning results and similar feel and finish characteristics. In fact, even when I used it on softer vinyls, the results seem quite fantastic, and I'd expect the same for faux, vegan, or pleather alternatives. If there's any other questions you may have, leave a comment and I'll do my best to try and answer it. So let's move on to my conclusions, which are based on spending a little bit more time with this kit. Let's start with some cons. Although I like the look, feel, and smart shape design of the leather cleaning brush, it does initially shed a decent amount of bristles, which is annoying. So it could be worth brushing it out prior to use, but after that initial shedding, it should be fine. Since the micro buff pad can be used for both cleaning and sealing, it would have been nice to have a second pad to test both applications. but as mentioned, you can get them separately. I think a big part of formulating cleanse was ensuring it's going to be safe on even delicate leathers. With that said, on very grimy and neglected leathers that aren't overly sensitive, it could still be worth using a dilution of Carpro inside, as it will be far quicker to remove significant grime, whereas cleanse may take multiple applications to get there by comparison. If there is some other cons I've missed about this kit, I'd love to hear what else you guys have to say. So let's move on to some pros of the Carpro skincare kit. First and foremost, you get a lot for the price. I mean, even just a leather conditioner or protectant alone can cost more than this whole kit, so the value seems quite good. Add to that the fact that this kit could do a number of leather trims on a number of cars, and the value gets even a little better. I love the fact that it's just so straightforward to use. Basically, anyone can do it with very little experience. Perhaps most importantly, it just seems extremely safe in that you can trust it on your beloved car, and just as importantly, in my opinion, is the way it just revives leathers without making them glossy, greasy, or slippery. That was something that really stood out to me. This is more of a personal thing, but as someone who tests copious amounts of detailing products on a regular basis, I just really enjoyed using this kit. I appreciated the smart design of the brush and applicator, the nice scent while cleaning, and the effortless wipe off. It was just easy, satisfying, and even enjoyable. So as far as the user experience goes, it was just a home run. Now, if any of you watching have tried the Carpro skincare kit, I'd love to hear what your experience with it was like. I think I'll leave it there, guys, and if you enjoyed this video and would like to say thanks and help support future content, you can do so by buying me a coffee at buymeacoffee.com/ccad, in which I'll have a link to in the description box, or you can now also hit the thanks button below the video. And thank you everyone for all the support so far. As always, I really hope you guys enjoyed and found this video helpful. Please share it with others, give it a like, and comment below to show your support for this content, and I'll see you guys soon.